Hi there, this is Aubrey Chauke. I'm a tutor for accounting, business studies, EMS, as well as research. If you're watching this, you're definitely at the right place. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your bottom right. And once you're done with that, you can definitely make sure that you leave your comments on the comment section. And once you're done with that, you can definitely make sure that you also tell your friends to watch this video, to like this video, and to also subscribe to this channel. And this will help us to be able to grow as an online learning community. If you're in Hammarskraal, I'm pleased to let you know that Y Education SA is hosting some contact lessons that are taking place at Tusanang Daycare Center next to Mabuatlo Primary School. And all you have to do to become part of us is to pay a once-off fee of 100 Rand. And from there, you'll be expected to pay 250 per subject per month. So if you want to become part of us, on your first month, you're going to be paying 100 Rand of registration plus 500 of the 2 subjects that you would have chosen. If you want to join us, you can get in touch with us by using the contact details that will appear right on the screen. If you want me to become your online tutor, I'm pleased to let you know that Chauke Tutorials is hosting some online lessons that are taking place on a daily basis. And all you have to do to become part of us is to choose a subscription that is suitable for you, pay it, and then request your lesson. Once you are done with that, we will be able to give you the lesson of your choice. On online lessons, we only have 3 packages that are available, and you can choose any of the packages that I'm going to mention. Package number 1 is only 350 per month, and you'll be getting 2 online lessons that are recorded as they occur. So you pay 350 per month, you get 2 online lessons per week, which are recorded as they occur. Package number 2 is only 250 per month, and you'll be getting 1 online lesson that is recorded as it occurs, plus 1 pre-recorded lesson per week. Package number 3 is only 150, and you'll be getting 1 online lesson that is recorded as it occurs per week. If you feel like online lessons are expensive for you, I'm pleased to let you know that we also have got contact lessons that are also taking place on a weekly basis. And if any of these options that I'm going to mention are suitable for you, please choose it, pay it, and get in touch with us so that we can be able to make your academic problems a thing of the past. On package number 1, it's only 450, and you get 2 contact lessons per week. Package number 2 is only 350 per month, and you get 1 contact lesson per week. Hi there, welcome to the new lesson of the week. In this episode, we're going to be looking at how to calculate the rent adjustment. How are we supposed to calculate the rent income adjustment? I've realized that most learners are struggling with this adjustment, and I thought, you know what, as Chauke Tutorials, we are there to offer solutions. So let me do this adjustment with our learners so that they will be able to do well. And this question paper that I'll be looking at is actually taken from the SIP book for the grade 10 learners. So please make sure that you get a copy of that particular book so that you can also be able to do more adjustments. And if you have anything that is accounting related, business studies, EMS, or even research that you need help with, please don't forget to get in touch with me by using the details that I'm currently displaying on the top right of the screen. So let's get into the lesson. Now, the most important thing when you do income statement, the most important thing that you need to be cautious about is that you need to establish your financial period. You need to know when does our financial period starts and end. Here we are required to prepare the income statement or the statement of comprehensive income for entry traders, and they're saying it is for the year that is ending on 28th February. So we know that the end of the year is 28th February, and if we know the end of the year, we automatically know the beginning of the year. So this means that our year will start on 1 March 2020 to 28th February 2021. Financial period will help us to be able to know how are we supposed to adjust the information that will be given to us. How are we supposed to adjust that information? Are we supposed to increase something, or are we supposed to decrease it? So let's quickly look at that rent adjustment that I was talking about. And here they're saying that and a spare office has been rented out to a tenant since 1 March 2020. So we know that the office space was rented from the beginning of March 2020, and they're saying that the tenant paid the March 2021 rent in advance. So we can already identify that rent was paid for 13 months. Okay, so already you can tell that we are supposed to do some subtraction, and they are saying that this rent was actually paid during February 2021 for March, and then they're saying that note that rent was increased by 1,800 from 1 January 2021. So we need to check how many months did we have the rent before the increase of the rent, okay, and also be able to determine the number of months that rent increased from. Like for example, here they're telling us that the rent increased from 1 January, so meaning that 3 months will be affected by that increase. So I'm going to derive an equation that will help me to know what exactly I'm supposed to do, and I will write this in the answer sheet. So here we know that the year started on 1 March, right? So we started on 1 March 2021. So we are going to calculate, I'm going to draw the timeline for us to be able to understand. So we're going to have March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, and here I will use a different pen because March is out of our financial period. Remember that rent was actually received for 1 month in advance, so we need to also take that into consideration. Okay, so we know that here somebody's renting from us, so meaning that we are actually going to have income received in advance. This will become a liability. We're going to owe that person that particular rent money that they've paid in advance. Remember, this person has not yet used our premises for March 2021, so it means that we owe that person for that particular month. Hence, when we do our adjustment, you will see that we will subtract the rent for that 1 month because it is outside our financial period. So what we're going to do is to check when did the rent increase. Okay, so let's go there and check. So here we are told that the rent increased on 1 January 2021. So we know that the rent increased on January 2021, so meaning that the rent for here started to increase. So we're going to derive an equation to be able to solve this. We need to think about how many months was the rent before the increase. So it was from March, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So meaning we're going to have 10x. Okay, 10x plus, and then we take into consideration the months that were affected by the increase. So it's going to be plus 3 into x, and let's check how much was the rent increasing on 1 January 2021, and then it will be able to tell us what to do. So if you come here, you'll realize that they're saying that the rent was increased by 1,800 on 1 January 2021. So when we come back here, we're going to say plus 3 into x plus 1,800. Remember that increase will affect 3 months. So this rent will be equals to, the equals to amount will be the amount that you have in the trial balance. So that's where we're going to go. In the trial balance, we have our rent income as 154,900. So we're going to go there, and then we'll write 154,900. Remember that this is an equation, it's an expression, so we need to work out what is in the brackets and then group the like terms together. So here we're going to have 10x plus 3x, and then we're going to say plus the sum, the multiple, again the product that we're going to get when we multiply 3 by 1,800. So let's do that. I'm gonna bring my calculator here so that you can be able to see what I'm talking about. So 1800 multiplied by 3 will give us 5400. So it means here it will be plus 5400 is equals to 154,900. Okay, now we need to group the like terms together. You can see that 10x and 3x are going to go together, so we'll have 13x here, and then it is equals to 154,900. We'll subtract 5,400. Remember, when you take a number to the other side, when it crosses the equals to sign, it has to change the sign. So we'll have 154,900 minus 5,400. Okay, and then we'll say 13x is equals to, then the difference between the two. So let's do that. 154,900 and then subtract 5,400. We are getting 149,500. So that's the difference between the two. 149,500. So this is the total rent that we have received. That excludes the increase. So meaning that here the amounts are equal. So that's when we can then divide by 13 to see how much was paid every month before the increase, or before taking into consideration the increase, and then we'll get that amount as our x. So x will be equals to, when you do the calculation, we'll say 149,500, and then we say divide by 13 because rent was received for 13 months, and then we'll get 11,500. So it means that the rent before that increase was 11,500. So we need to be able to check how much are we going to subtract. Okay, so remember the increase was 1,800. So we're going to say in the income statement, when you do it, you can maybe now do it here and say 11,500 then plus 1.8 of the increase, then we'll get the rent that they started to pay from January. Okay, so let's do it like that. 11,500 and then plus 1,800 of the increase. Then rent per month from January became 13,300. Okay, so that's how we are supposed to look at it, meaning that from January we were then paying 13,300, as you can see on the calculator. So now we need to show how this is going to appear in the income statement, and it's very important. So in the income statement, on your other operating income, under operating income, we're going to say rent income, and then you take that amount from the trial balance that you're given, that 154,900 from the trial balance, and then you will say subtract 13,300 because you had already received your rent for March. And remember, we're trying to keep everything up until 28 February 2021. So the rent that will appear in your income statement, the total rent income that we would have received in that 12 months, will be what we are going to get when we subtract 13,300. So 154,900 and then subtract 13,300 will give us our rent income that is supposed to be included in the income statement. Let me just check something. 11,500 plus 1.8 and then see if we're getting the same answer. 11,500 plus 1,800 plus 1.8. Yes, it's 13,300. So let's see if we say 100 and barricking 154,000. Let's do the subtraction. I want to get the correct figure. 154,900 from the trial balance. I think that's the correct figure. And then we subtract that 13,300. Then we're supposed to get 141,600. This is supposed to be our rent income for the year, which is 141,600. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So in the income statement, they're going to mark this part, and then here you will get 2 marks because you had to work it out, and then mostly here 1 mark, and I think you'll also get a mark for your workings. And then so let's check, let's prove if we were correct. Remember, for 10 months we were paying 11,500 for 10 months. So for 10 months we'll say 10 multiplied by 11,500 and see how much we are getting. We want to be able to take that rent back to the amount to see if our calculations are correct. So 10 multiplied by 11,500, we're getting 115,000. And then from there, remember, for 3 months rent was 13,300. So we're going to say 3 multiplied by 13,300, and then we'll see how much we're getting. So let's do that and see if we're getting the correct figure. And then 3 multiplied by 13,300, we are getting 39,900. So it will be 39,900, and then from there we get the sum of the two just to see if it will take us back to 154,900. So let's quickly do that. 115,000 plus 39,900, it is indeed giving us 154,900. So that's how you are able to test and see if your rent income calculations were done correctly. So mostly this transaction will carry around 4 to 5 marks. So you need to make sure that you work on your formula, practice on how you are supposed to deal with such transactions. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share this video with your friend. If you want to help me to help you with a personalized lesson, if you want me to attend to you personally, with a question paper of your choice, you're welcome to use the details that I'm currently displaying at the screen to get in touch with me, and I will make your academic problems a thing of the past. Please don't forget, share this with your friends and your colleagues. Let's make accounting easy for our learners. Let's make sure that we help our learners to pass. Okay, now make sure that you share this on YouTube. You can share this on Facebook, share with everyone that you know, and I'm gonna put in the links that you can use to subscribe to our YouTube channel on the description of the video, or you can simply click that red button that is on the on your bottom right. Just click it and you'll be able to become part of us. Remember that subscribing to our YouTube channel is free. You don't have to pay anything. If you maybe want to sponsor our lessons, you're welcome to get in touch with us by using the details that are currently appearing on the screen. If you want to donate any book, you're welcome to also do that. You can contact me by using the details that I'm also still displaying on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. May God richly bless you. Shalom.